Not a dry eye in the house here at Daytona for the Daytona 200. We're racing with heavy hearts. Rosie the Riveter from season 1 passed away. Two-time champion, two-time winner. But anyway, we got to move on. We're in the trucks. My name's Adam. Thanks for checking out the video. This is the new season. These are all fictional drivers. Mr. Miyagi on the pole. If you're probably looking at the starting grid right now. We in last season, I put out a feeler during one of the races, like, hey, I want to give away some money next season, so here, pick a driver, and it was just like a random, all random, and when everything was said and done, we had 11 people claim trucks, and I had visions of, an entire field of different users, but actually this is pretty cool. We have 11 people, and they all own 3 trucks each, so 33 trucks, and then the remaining trucks, 7 trucks, I own, AC Racing. And as it stands right now, it's a $100 giveaway, but we'll talk about this in the coming laps. We're going to drop the green flag on another season, 30 races. I showed the schedule in the Selection Thursday video. We have new night skies. I downloaded a bunch of new sky textures.
Outside. Player high.
Trying to think. iRacing sound pack. Jimmie Johnson spotter. I've always used the default spotter, and I still have plans on making a custom spotter pack for trucks using my friend's voice, but I can't use his voice because he's sick, because we had like a 2 or 3 week window that I wanted to do it, where it only takes like an hour of recording for him to record everything I need. But he has a sore throat, and I'm looking, and he was like, "Oh, I could still do it." Like, no, brother. We'll get him on the mend, and hopefully halfway point of this season we'll have a new a truck spotter pack. And using this Jimmie Johnson spotter pack, I'll get a good idea on how other spotter packs have been built. It's actually a blessing in disguise, probably, that we're going to be using this a bunch.
3 wide, 2 of them outside. Outside. 3 wide, 2 of them outside.
But
Outside. Still outside.
yeah, Daenerys Targaryen is somewhere in the field. She is, I mentioned during the Selection Thursday show,
3 wide, 2 of them
we've retired Rosie the Riveter's 42 number.
Hold your line. Outside. 3
And
wide, 2 of them outside. Hold your line.
the 5 truck will be the new,
Hold your line.
will always be the old 42 truck. Just blindside of the NASCAR community.
Player high. Outside.
So, okay.
Still outside.
In front of us right here is Phil Soborowski in the Strickland propane truck. Or we'll just use Ron Guay here in the Fleetwood Mac truck.
Still there.
Right now, $100 giveaway to whatever non-AC Racing truck wins the points. Okay?
Hold your line.
So if you finish first, you get 100 points, or $100.
Just change yourself here a little bit. The line. Guys are coming back
But
to
I
it.
wanted to add some drama and some fun to the season,
Outside.
because I have teammates.
Still outside. Outside.
Any AC Racing driver, including myself, that finishes above the first YouTube commenter, $10 gets knocked off the 100.
Still outside.
So
3 wide.
you can root against me if it'll just be fun.
Still there.
For example, R.A. Kaiser in front of us here now, Doc Holliday, say he would win the YouTube points, but he only finishes third behind me and one of my teammates.
Hold your line.
He would only get $80 because $10 gets knocked off for the 2 trucks. ahead of them.
Hold your line.
And that'll be fun because it'll give me incentive to
Still
help my
there.
teammates.
Still outside.
There's Hulkamania in front of us, Hulk Hogan.
High.
Um,
Outside.
I'll probably put up a video
Still there.
showing all of the paint schemes in depth
Hold your line.
and their inspirations.
Outside.
And we're kicking things off at the night Daytona for Daytona 500.
3 wide. 2 of them
And
outside.
we'll probably do the day version
3 wide. 2
in
of
the
them
middle of the
outside.
season, or late in the season, whenever that second Daytona race is.
3 wide. 2 of them outside. Hold your line.
The only oddity in the ownership system is Deanna Ratliff right there
Outside.
in the Oscar the Grouch 35 waste management truck.
Here a little bit. A lot of these guys are coming back to it. 3 wide. 2 of them
Actually,
outside.
she and Jacob Squeaks. Jacob Squeaks owns 2 trucks. Combined, they own 3, so they're just considered one of the 11.
3 wide. 2 of them outside.
So Deanna Ratliff's just,
Hold your line.
a one truck team basically.
3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside. Hold your line. Outside.
There's one of my teammates coming up here,
3 wide.
Colonel Jessup from A Few Good Men in the Code Red truck. Your mom up there in the
Outside.
Cold Trickle 46,
Outside. Hold your line.
owned by Matt Geiger.
Change yourself here a little bit. A lot of these guys are coming back to it.
And I've actually been testing myself leading into the season. Once I established who all the owners were, I've been kind of testing myself randomly
Still outside.
away from the game, just making sure I know who owns all of these trucks. Just
Still outside.
immediate, without second thought, who owns these trucks. I'm pretty much there.
Still outside.
Presentation-wise, I'm guessing the videos will be somewhat different because everyone has a vested interest in their where their drivers are at, and I had grand visions of having a keyboard script running in the background
A little bit. A lot of these guys are coming back to it.
that at set intervals would just automatically move through the standings like it is right now. I'm doing that manually.
Still outside.
And I had a script working, and it did everything, but the up and down arrow keys didn't work.
Still there.
And it's not even a matter of it not working in the game itself, because you go to the menus, and they work in the menus. The arrow keys work, but just in the actual race environment, the arrow key doesn't work. Meanwhile, the F2 key worked.
3 wide.
I tried number lock. I tried, I don't know.
Still there.
I was really disappointed.
Still outside. Those are good laps, buddy. Straight and smooth.
So I just have to make a conscious effort of always showing those standings. But I prefaced all that talking about how the presentation of these videos might change, because I'll definitely be showing more of the action and showing the standings. And I've always been a stickler for, quote unquote live footage. Like if there's a wreck that happens right now, I'll be sure that it's all synced up in the replay and then show it live, and then we don't really go back and look at it. We'll definitely be looking at the wrecks because everyone wants to see what happened to their truck, if they were involved, if they got through. So Daytona really isn't the best experiment, like lab for it. But once we get to some tracks where the trucks are spaced out and there's more action all around the track, we'll workshop some things and we'll settle on something. Because, where there's a will, there's a way. And the intention is there to show where everyone's at, and we'll find a way to do it. Just trying to clean up the house here. I'm trying to think of what other things to talk about. We have, hang on, there were 2 other things I wanted to talk about. Now I forget both of them. One is, you know, with money on the line, people have vested interests. If you remember in seasons past, at some races, I'd be like, oh, it took us 2 or 3 times to get this race going. Ugh. So I have to come up with some kind of rule or system, because say we go to Bristol or something, and I'm like, okay, well, this is my 3rd time trying this race, trying to start this race, and then say 12 laps into the race, there's a wreck, and say both of Jacob Squeak's trucks here, and Smokey the Bear and Billy Ocean is his other truck, say they would both be collected in that, he would be like, well, what the hell, guy? Is 12 laps not early enough for a big wreck to restart the race? So I have to come up with something, especially late in the season where there's a questionable wreck early in a race and all of my trucks get through and some competitors get wiped out. I don't know. But at the same time, you don't know what you don't see as a viewer, and I'm just trying to be honest with it. That's all. And there was something else I wanted to mention and I forget. I talked about the spotter pack, money, it'll hit me. All right, we're settled in here. Oh, random cautions. I don't think that's the thing I wanted to talk about, but we're running random cautions this season again, so we'll have one each race. Not 100% guaranteed, because the caution might, quote unquote, fall while I'm in the menus or while we're looking at a replay or something. So they're not 100% guaranteed. And especially because we'll be looking at the replays a little bit more during the race, we may not get all of the random cautions, which will make them feel even more random. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, the truck mod looks good. The damage model, I don't know if I messed with my graphics settings or something, but we'll see it throughout the season. Like, it just feels like something is amiss with the damage model. But other than that, this is just sparkling. Great stuff. I'm trying to get Hulk Hogan to get moving here. Dorothy up there, Wizard of Oz, that's Ron Guay. Deanna Ratliff up there, Oscar the Grouch. Bigfoot, way up there on the top line. That's Dumb Man Low. Tell you what, it felt good too, after doing all those MIP videos, and then I hit up 4, 5, 6 tracks before I started the season here. Some tracks I needed to tune in again or whatever, and it just felt good going to these tracks and seeing all the MIP work we did, and you know, it looks pretty good. Awesome. I think I wanted to mention the upload schedule. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a race a day. Probably the Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing I've done in the past. Especially this week, this first week. Because I'm going to do a video going through all the paint schemes. And then another video making the CPS intro at the beginning there. I didn't play any favorites on what trucks were featured in that. Just, you'll see in the video. It was just totally random, pretty much. I did have to redo the back stretch shot, but you'll know what I'm talking about.
Still outside. Great job, buddy. Nice and patient. Great job. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. Hold your
All right,
line.
we're behind. Okay,
Outside.
Phil Siborowski here in the Hank Hill truck
Hold your
from
line.
King of the Hill.
Outside.
But right now, Nathan Jessup, my teammate, is leading the train, and I want one of my, you know, he leads an extra lap. That might save me $10.
All clear. Outside. Still there. Still outside.
And you know, if there was like $1 million on the line,
Hey, buddy.
then I would, you know,
Here, buddy. Let's just get a nice rhythm here.
I would cheat and just
Know what you've been doing.
fudge the driver ratings and make all my trucks better. But just, I mean, just trust that I'm not doing that to save $10.
Outside. Still outside.
Yeah, just like we did in our Heinz season. All these trucks are evenly matched, and we flip the grid every race. If you win this race, you start 40th the next race, etc. And the point system is going to be the same as last season, except the 3 extra bonus points I'll give out each race won't be 10th, 20th, and 30th at the halfway mark.
Outside.
It'll be the 3 fastest laps of the race. Not me. I'll never get a bonus point.
Still outside. All clear.
And speaking of which, I'm going to be starting 30 points in the hole
Outside.
to really give myself a challenge.
Still there.
But yeah,
Outside.
I'll be able to go into the replay analyzer after races and find the 3 fastest AI laps, and they'll get extra bonus points.
Outside.
Speaking of extra bonus points, we're getting a point.
Outside. That was a veteran move right there, buddy. That was awesome. You're doing a great job. Still
In
there.
a lap.
Still outside.
Pit stops here are, I held that turn. That was probably the best turn I've ever held. Pit stops, I think, lap 25, 26, so they're coming.
Still there. Put in left side tires. Left
They
side
put on
tires.
left side tires.
Clear high.
And again, you know your truck's in this pack, and whatever happens happens.
Outside.
But I would just hate to just be rambling on until we forget to show the standings. Oh, we have something here, so never mind. What was that? Lap 22, something happened. Somebody's in trouble. Conan O'Brien. Old Phil. That's a Phil Siborowski truck.
Still outside.
Poor bastard.
Clear high. Outside.
And looks like we lost some trucks in the wash there that got held up by Conan. Daenerys Targaryen.
Still outside.
That's a B-Spinny truck. Rod Woodson is Bryce. Pete Rose is my truck. And then Billy Ocean, Jacob Squeaks. We've mentioned Jacob Squeaks a lot already, and he's
Still outside.
one of his trucks is behind the 8-ball right now. But random caution. We got a random caution somewhere coming.
Still there.
I'm not even going to bother going into the replay to see the Conan O'Brien thing because
Still there.
seems pretty evident what happened there.
All clear. Outside.
But yeah, I'm just not built to do a play-by-play. Like
Veteran
I
move right there, buddy.
love running the races, like driving the races themselves. So I mean, this would be built for, you know, if I had some kind of play-by-play ambitions or whatever, you know, I would just have a complete field and just simulate the races and do play-by-play of all the races, not even driving them. But I want to run the races, so we gotta find a happy middle ground there. All right, we're gonna be pitting. I'm trying to remember who's around us pitting.
You're doing a good job, buddy. Let's be easy on the throttle. Try to save your tires as best you can. Still there. Keep digging.
Let's get behind your mom. Man, if that joke gets old by the end of the season, I don't know. It might.
Still outside. Still there.
I'm looking for any wild moves somebody's making.
Keep digging.
Probably going to see pit stops this lap coming up.
Still outside. Great job, man. Way to be smart. We'll get him. Still there.
Your mom really took off here. I'm going in this time by.
Still there.
My blood pressure's going up right now.
Clear high.
Your mom's definitely going in. Hank Hill just gave her some room to breathe there. So we're gonna
Pit road speed.
remember how to
55.
brake
4,000
onto pit road here.
liters, don't
That'll be
road,
good.
buddy.
There's Conan's. There we go. Come on, stop.
Fuel.
All right, let's oh, Billy Ocean.
Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig.
You
Go,
son of
go,
a
go,
bitch.
go.
Thought he hit.
All the way to the last
Thought he was gonna hit
Pit
us.
road speed 55. 4,000 seconds. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. 4,000 seconds.
Get out of here. There's your mom.
Dig, buddy.
We're good. We're gonna be in good shape after this. Random caution in the back of my mind.
Get out there. Go, go, go.
Calm down, Jesus. Definitely don't need that.
Liters, don't pit road, buddy.
The default spotter's just like, okay, merge when you can, and this guy's like on cocaine. All right, we have some more dust up here in the 3 and 4. I'm not sure if that's from Conan O'Brien or what. We're gonna let your mom go
Inside.
and get behind her. So-
Still there. Inside. Clear low, buddy.
and then we're just gonna ride your mom.
Again, just pace yourself here a little bit. A lot of these guys are coming back to it.
Tell you what, it might be a sign of good things to come
Liters, don't pit road, buddy.
that we didn't mess up our first pit stop, because I think the last couple seasons I've run on here, I've always messed up the first pit stop.
Inside.
Oh, there's Hank
All
Hill.
clear.
These were the three amigos before pit stops. Let's see how your mom handles Hank Hill.
Great job going off the buddy.
Nah.
Get him up right here now. You'll get him.
Hank Hill slowed us up. But I want to just get away from the rest of the field. It looks like we have. Just excellent pit stop. This looks like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Keep digging.
This is excellent. It's probably not going to last very long.
Still outside.
either the field will catch up to us or, again, random caution comes out, but it just feels good to breathe here for a little bit.
Bigfoot versus Gravedigger, rough trucks, two-wheel drives, robo-wars, and more. While most people are talking about the economy, we're doing something about it. All kids, just $8. That's right, $8. February 5th and 6th, Meadowlands Arena.
Well, the field is definitely caught up to the lead pack here. We're on lap 34. Oh, and a random caution. Perfect timing. I don't know if perfect time. I don't know. I don't know if it's perfect timing. All right, let's whoa up here. All right, pit stops. Let's see what's going on here. We got some trucks staying out. Interesting. I'm going in and fueling up. Everybody's going in and putting on fuel. So I'm doing the same. Let's make sure Billy Ocean does not hit us. Where's Billy? I can't jump out yet until... Okay. Uh-oh. I just saw Newman and somebody got involved on pit road. We're out of there. Calm down. Okay, getting ready to go green here. Sorry to say, during the chaos on pit road, we lost Newman and Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek, he was hitting everybody, or he got hit by somebody. I mean, this is something where we should watch the replay together, but it's not like an extended kind of wreck. Everything just happened all at once. Somebody hit Alex Trebek, knocked him in the air, and then he hit Oscar the Grouch and knocked him in the air. We got to keep an eye on Rod Woodson and Dwight Schrute, and maybe another truck to see if they fall off the pack. Because, again, if your driver was involved, you're keeping an eye on them in the replays, so you're probably well aware of that. Of your truck maybe getting hit. And during those first round of stops, I had noticed that Colonel Jessup got knocked off the pack because he got into Hulk Hogan on pit road. This is just a tight pit road. Maybe the truck mod is the chassis a little bit longer or something. I don't know. That's something to keep an eye on. If it becomes a recurring thing, then I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe just do moderate damage all season long. I don't know. Caution's out. What is this? Debris. Okay. I'm thinking we've run into this Daytona caution loop. I think whenever we restart here on this next restart, there's going to be a truck that's going to go off onto pit road after it goes, like, I think.
Line up behind the 31. You can see those boys up there. Get up there and run with them.
Oh, it looks like there's a truck having trouble. So yeah, maybe somebody blew their engine on the restart there. Marie Antoinette's 2 laps down. McGruber, he was hit. And Oscar the Grouch was hit, so I don't know. Seems like we definitely lost a bunch of people on that restart. Something happened. Somebody went down to the pit road or something. I don't know. Let's look at the replay because I already probably shown it. So MacGruber, he got beat up on pit road, and he was having trouble. And these are all the trucks that, yeah, these are all the trucks that got beat up on pit road. They're just not up to speed anymore. RFY Racing has 2 trucks there together. But they might still be up to speed. They just got held up. But MacGruber's going to be in trouble the rest of the race. Look at him. And I think the pace truck actually catches up to him. Or no, that's going to be Marie Antoinette. What happened to her? That's a teammate. Looks like she nicked. She got dinged a few times back on pit road during those pit stops. So that's what happened. Yeah, a lot of contact on pit road here. I think it's just a matter of keep an eye on Alex Trebek there. Yeah, just I think the chassis is just long. Now I got to make a decision here. Pitting or not pitting? Boy. I don't know. It's kind of a crapshoot because we just pitted. So we won't pit.
Great job, buddy. Just past halfway.
I won't pit. And then hopefully there's no chaos on pit road here. More trucks getting taken out. All right, getting ready to go green. We'll be at 37 to go. Looks like no trucks had issues during those pit stops. But unfortunately for me, Julius Caesar's a lap down. Marie Antoinette is 2 laps down. Those are my teammates. Let's be careful because Julius Caesar's a lap down. He might be flying up into the field here, trying to catch up to the inside line, you know. I don't know where he's at. So with 37 to go, we had about 7 or 8 trucks pit there. So there's going to be 2 different pit windows coming up here. We have 1 more pit stop coming up. Everybody has 1 more stop coming up. They're dipping and diving here. I'm guessing Marie Antoinette's slow. No, she's up to speed. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention way back when I was saying, oh, there's 2 things and I forget both of them. The other thing was, I really hope I don't wreck any of you guys. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But I mean, especially we're getting down to it. In this race, I've been known to wreck, you know, so we'll see. All right, we got one of my teammates behind me, Willy Wonka. We'll push Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to the front here. I saw Ron Guay has a couple trucks in the front here. And we'll take a look at the intervals here, see who's dropped off.
Inside.
MacGruber's probably really struggling.
Still there. Inside. Keep digging. Nice. Smooth. Go get 'em, man. Still there. Inside. 3 wide. 2 of them inside. Inside. Still there. Inside. Still
Boy,
there,
MacGruber's going to have a big say in this race. He's 15 seconds. We're going to catch him every 5 laps.
Still there.
As it stands, looks like there's only 28 trucks in the lead pack, and then it's going to
Still there.
spread out some.
Still there. Inside.
Basically, if you don't see your truck there in the bottom 10, then they're going to be in the running for the win here for now.
Still there. Inside. Still there. Inside. Still there. Still there. Inside.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette, she's up to speed.
Still there. Inside.
Whatever's going on with her.
Oh, buddy.
Well, yeah, Oscar the Grouch,
Outside.
drastically off the pace.
Still outside. Clear high. Outside.
Dwight Schrute, that's who I figured. I knew Dwight Schrute got hit.
Outside.
Hank Hill and Mr. Miyagi probably got dinged on pit road somewhere.
Still outside.
That's where we're at. No offense to you, to those bottom trucks, but there's a race to win up here now.
Still there.
We already have to keep an eye out for MacGruber.
Still outside. Still outside.
So, I mean, as it stands, don't feel bad if your truck's finishing bottom 10 here. Because you're starting top 10 at Atlanta.
Still there. Good job, buddy. Take a look at your time for me. Get that rhythm, man. Let's go get these boys. Still there. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. Hold your line. Hold your line. Outside. Still outside.
And it's lap 50.
3 wide, 2 of them outside.
I had done calculations in my head earlier
3 wide, 2 of
that
them outside.
without that extra caution, I would have to pit in the early 60s.
Still outside.
So he's got to keep an eye out for that when the early 60s hit.
Outside.
There'll be pit stops.
All clear.
I probably shouldn't say we, because you guys don't care about me.
Outside. Still outside. Still outside.
I'm looking for my teammates. Nobody in the top
Still
10.
outside.
Willy Wonka, that's it. And Cardi B's around here somewhere.
Still outside. Still outside.
All right, we'll see how the field handles MacGruber coming up.
Still outside. Clear high. Outside. Still there. Still outside.
Look how slow he is. Holy cow.
Still there. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. Still outside. Clear high.
I hope he doesn't cause a wreck,
Outside.
gang.
Still outside. Clear high. Great job, doing awesome, buddy. Just set him up right here. Now you'll get him. Inside. Still there. Still there, inside. Still there, inside.
Looks like he'll definitely split the field up some.
All clear. Outside. Keep digging. 3 wide, 2 of them outside. Outside. Still outside. Still there. Still outside. Still outside. Still there. Still there. Still there. Great job, man. Way to be smart. We'll get them. Still there. All clear.
Well, hopefully I was able to show it, but the field definitely got split up with MacGruber. We only got 8 cars here in this lead pack. And actually, I got to pay attention right now because we're coming up on Oscar the Grouch. Oh, that's going to bring the field back together.
Keep digging. Outside. Nice. Close. Go get 'em, man. Nice and easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Still outside. Still there.
And we got Julius Caesar next.
Keep digging. Still there. Clear high.
MacGruber is a B Spinny truck, but B Spinny also has Daenerys Targaryen here in the top 5. All right, Marie, you're down 2 laps. Don't spin out your owner.
Let's be easy on the throttle. Try to save your tires as best you can. Nice. Close. Go get 'em, man. Nice and easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Dirt looks like there's like 16 trucks in the lead pack down there on the right. Yeah, like it's just tough. This is not the best first race to experiment with how I want to present the standings and everything. Again, we'll work out the kinks. We'll find a good little system. Is she going high on Julius Caesar?
Inside.
He's gonna cup in front of you, lady.
Still there.
Now she bullied him.
Still there. Be on your toes on these flappers.
It's definitely a Dorothy move.
Still there. Inside. Keep digging. Still there. Inside.
we're coming up on MacGruber again already.
Still there, inside.
He's not doing too hot.
Still there, inside.
Hell, here's John Wilkes Booth. First time we've seen John Wilkes Booth, I think.
Be on your toes and be clappered. Still there, inside.
And a little quirk about the Godzilla truck. You see the red underneath the, you know, on the underbody color. That's because that was one of the first trucks I made, and I was experimenting with the template to see what colored what,
Outside.
and then accidentally left it like that.
Keep digging. Still
So
outside.
it's red.
Still outside.
So we have
Still there. Be on your toes
a
and be
couple of,
clappered.
okay, we got pit stops. Okay,
Still there.
so there's trucks flying all over the place right now.
Be on your toes and be clappered. Still outside. Three
It
wide.
looks like
12
that's
outside.
Pablo Escobar.
Outside. Three wide.
There's a lot of red
Outside.
trucks in the field.
Outside. Keep digging. Still there.
But yeah, this is
Still outside.
no, that wasn't Pablo Escobar at all.
Nice.
That
Close.
was, oh boy,
Outside.
that was Dwight Schrute up there. If somebody's pitting, I'd go in right now because our speed is down. Yeah, Walker, Texas Ranger's going in.
Two of them outside. Outside. Pit road speed 55. 4,000 second.
And he's right behind us though. Damn it!
We'll do left side tires. Left side
I just don't want him to. I just don't want him to hit me. Stop! Damn it! Why isn't that stopping?
Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig. Go, 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 go. All the way to the last line. Pit road speed 55. 4,000 second. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. 4,000 second. 20 more. Just be careful and be smart, bud.
Man, that was
Dig, buddy.
a blessing that I look back because we were slowed down. It's probably going to help us out in the long run.
Get out there. Get out there. Go, go, go.
Shut up, Jesus. So that was perfect. We're not going to catch up to him, unfortunately. Because it took me 20 seconds to actually come to a stop. I had to get the brake pedal slammed in.
Outside.
Hey, I'm one of you guys. I'm fast.
Clear high.
Just bear with me here. So.
Outside. Clear high. Outside. Still there. All clear.
Now I'm thinking Gritty. I remember Gritty was one of those trucks that pitted under that last caution. And he's, I don't know what's going on. So, oh, come on, Edward Scissorhands. Relax.
Still there.
Oh, we got a teammate here, Pete Rose.
Still there. Inside.
I got a teammate here, Pete Rose.
Still there. Inside.
Rod Watson, I think, is off the pace coming up. Let's get around him, Pete.
Leaders don't be a road, buddy.
Rod Watson, you bastard.
Inside. Still there. Still there. Inside.
Jeez Louise, Rod.
Three wide. Two of them inside. Inside. Still there.
All right, here's Walker.
Still there. Inside.
So I guess he's not off the pace. And we're in a big pack here, so this is probably going to be the lead pack-ish.
Still there. Still there. Leaders don't be a road, buddy. Still there. Inside.
This is just chaos. Hopefully MacGruber just went on pit road and stayed there.
Still there, inside.
Because he's going to add an extra wrinkle to this whole thing wherever he's at.
Still there.
Rod Woodson, what are you doing, boss?
Still there, inside. 3 wide.
Tensions are high right now.
Inside. 3
I don't have time to look at the standings. Sorry.
Inside. 3 wide. 2 of them inside. Hold your line. Leaders don't see a road, buddy. Hold your line. Inside.
So yeah,
There,
once
3 wide. 2 of them inside.
once
Inside. 3 wide. 2
we
of them
stop hearing
inside.
and seeing pit
Inside.
call-outs,
Still there, inside. Clear low, buddy.
we'll take a look at the standings.
Outside. Still there.
Dwight Schrute is off the pace, so he's holding up that line.
Still outside. Clear high.
I'm guessing Rod Woodson isn't off the pace. He just sucks. This might be MacGruber coming off pit road. No, Gritty. That was one of the trucks I mentioned because he had pitted under that last caution. So that's going to be the final pit stops coming through, and Gritty's not going to be doing too hot. I don't think he has anyone to draft with.
Outside.
And this might be MacGruber coming up onto the track right here. No, that's Colonel Jessup. Okay.
Outside. Keep digging. Inside.
Too many
3
red
wide,
trucks.
in the middle. All clear. Keep digging.
Might put something on.
All you gotta do is pace yourself here a little bit. A lot of
Might
these
change
guys
the
come
spoiler
back
color
there.
on a couple of the red
They
trucks,
just keep
just so
doing
we
what they're
know
doing.
who's who from a distance. All right, let's take a look at the standings right now. Billy Ocean in the lead, but this is this pack right here. No, I'm not, but we'll see. We're close. It's not like we're 20 seconds behind. We're 2 seconds behind, so this whole pack is right here,
Still outside.
and it's going to be
Still there.
hell 27 trucks. Maybe if Godzilla can hang in there,
Outside.
we'll have 27 trucks in the running.
Still outside.
Gritty's probably toast.
Clear high. Outside. Clear high.
Dwight Schrute, the typical suspects are a lap down.
Still there.
Usual suspect.
Still outside.
And where is MacGruber?
Still outside.
16 seconds ahead of us. We're going to
3 wide.
probably get to
12
Hank Hill
outside.
before him.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside. Still outside.
Hell, I wanted just to relax and, call out all these drivers.
Still
Let them all
outside.
pass us in the draft, but it's been kind of hectic here.
Be on your toes on the flapper. Still there. 3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside. Still outside. Still there. Still there. Still outside. Keep digging.
I just went quiet because I was trying to think of a better way to show the standings, which I might have to do in post. Just when I'm in the replay, make a note. You just every 15 laps record the standings, like screen record the standings, and then do like a ESPN,
Keep digging.
so you know to look at the screen to see the standings. I don't know.
Still outside. Still there.
I'm not going to type out the standings each time I show them.
Still outside.
All right. Here comes MacGruber.
All clear.
John Denver, what are you doing, boss?
Still outside.
We're going low. I already picked it. What a move by John Denver right there.
All clear. Outside.
It's a championship
Outside.
move.
Your toes on the flapper. All clear. 10 laps to go. This time by. Nice and smooth.
We're probably going to encounter MacGruber at least one more time.
Easy, just keep doing what you've been doing. Keep digging.
He's definitely holding up the show back there.
Inside.
But I think everyone's gonna
Still there.
gonna
Inside.
sweep back up to us.
Still there. Inside. Still there.
Are we 3 wide? No.
Still there. Inside. Still there.
God, I wish I could get that. Oh boy, hang on. I wish I could get that keyboard script thing to work.
Still there. Inside.
Hank Hill. I don't know where. I think he got dinged somewhere on pit road, and it really affected him more than it should have.
Still there. Inside. The
So,
engine goes on the flapper.
I mean, Phil Soborowski. He had Conan O'Brien. Went out with a header early.
Still there. Inside.
Then he's got Hank Hill struggling, but he's got Pablo Escobar up here in the top 5.
Still there.
So, each race, unless you just completely blow,
All clear.
you should have at least one truck in the conversation of something. Oh, especially at a restrictor plate track.
Those are good laps,
But-
buddy. Great.
Oh, man.
Just be nice and patient.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Outside.
I got complacent here to get behind Hank Hill, not realizing that they're going to be scooting away from us up in front of him. We got to go up to the top and get on to John Denver. Okay,
Inside.
Hank Hill is beat up. I was thinking Hank Hill was
Still
just
there. Inside.
wasn't off the pace. He was just by himself,
Still
and then
there. Inside.
he was going to be able to, stay with the gang.
Still there.
But we'll be all right. We're coming up to 7 to go. We're coming up on Oscar the Grouch. I have no idea where they're hitting him. We're just going to take her easy through here.
3 wide.
I think we're 4 wide.
3 wide.
I think we're 4 wide.
Hold your line. Inside.
No.
Still there.
Okay.
3 wide. 2 of them inside. Inside.
Oh,
inside.
boy.
3 wide. 2 of them inside. 3 wide. 2 of them inside. Hold your line.
I'm trying to find Oscar the Grouch,
3 wide. 2 of them inside.
because we do not want to be in his line.
There. 3 wide. 2 of them inside. Inside. Hold your line.
All right, he just moved down to the bottom. Pablo Escobar's leading this top line,
Inside.
but we got to get to the bottom.
Inside. Inside.
Looks like your mom jutted out to the lead, and Oscar's holding up his top line. There's nothing we can do. I got to go down.
Clear low, buddy.
Hopefully we can latch on to Macho Man here.
Inside. Still there. Inside. Still there. Inside. All clear.
Pressure packed. And we're going to lose that front pack. Awful.
Outside. 5 to go. Just keep hitting those marks. Trying to take care of it. Still
Devastating. By Oscar the Grouch.
Outside. Behind your toes on the flapper. Still outside. Clear high.
But, he's not real. It's not like he did anything on purpose. Now, is Julius Caesar up to speed? If he is, we got a shot. I was thinking he was off the pace here. Hank Hill's still just like hanging out.
a little bit. A lot of these guys are coming back to us.
Come on, Macho Man, go. I don't know if I can catch him. I mean, if they run 3 wide up there, we have a really good chance. I'm definitely feeling a pull right now. Stay under, get under. That might be it right there. Get under Hill. Get under him. And they're 3 wide.
Outside.
Which means they'll be slow in the turn. It's all up to it's all coming up right here. Where are we at now too? It's coming up on 2 to go. The wind's probably not in the cards anymore. But Macho Man's being a weirdo. I gotta go. Keep the speed up. Just trying to gain some spots here.
Still outside. Player high.
Looks like John Denver and your mom are battling for the win. This is 2 to go.
2 to
Right.
go at the line. Stay after him.
And we're gonna be field's gonna be coming up on McGruber. Hold your breath, folks.
Behind your toes,
Stay up there,
inside.
Daenerys. Don't come down.
Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside.
We got 2 lappers coming up. It's probably McGruber and Dwight Schrute. Edward Scissorhands, stay back there, buddy.
Still outside.
Let's just pick up some spots here.
Outside.
The wind's probably not in the card. Oh, we're gonna be. The field's gonna be touched. Oh, jeez. McGruber, this is the worst time. We're already on him. Somebody's gonna get a cheapo win here.
One more time.
Come on, go to the bottom. Somebody break through the bottom here.
Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside.
Somebody just took off for the win
Still outside.
by themselves. I don't know who it was.
3 wide. 2 of them
I think it's Turd Ferguson. Turd Ferguson might win the Daytona 500.
3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside.
I stayed above the yellow there.
Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside. 3 wide. 2 of them outside. Outside. Player high. Behind your toes with the flapper.
I know Ron Guay has a couple of good
Outside.
finishers up here.
Still outside.
But it looks like they're side by side up there for the win.
Still outside.
I'm thinking Doc. It looks like Doc Holliday might have won.
Still outside. You can see those boys up there. Get up there and run with them. Checkers, buddy.
No, wait a minute. Where's Fleetwood Mac? Wait a minute. Oh no, Doc Holliday's right here.
Up, friend.
That was Fleetwood Mac and Turd Ferguson for the win there, and Fleetwood Mac got it. Man, that was hectic. Oh, that's awful. What happens with those lappers? All right, let's take a look at our results. Everything looks a little bit different. Having some fun here at the end of the race with some graphics. We'll see if they stick or not. But yeah, Fleetwood Mac, they only led 1 lap, and it was the only lap that mattered. You see, I threw up the fastest laps of the race there in that frantic finish. Doc Holliday, Edward Scissorhands, and Pablo Escobar, they're red on these results. And that's how I'm going to indicate that they got the extra bonus points. It's just totally random. It works. John Wilkes Booth snuck into the top 10 there. And your mom is blue. She led the most laps. She led 12 laps. And, you know, it's Daytona. I mean, there's nothing there's no storylines yet. Heading into the back half of the field. You know, just there's nothing going on. Gritty and Mr. Miyagi, they had issues somewhere on pit road, or I think Gritty pitted late, real late, and I forgot to check to see what happened with him. And of course we saw Hank Hill a lap down. I think we passed Dwight Schrute once, and a couple of my drivers, Julius Caesar and Marie Antoinette, ended up a couple laps down. And of course, Oscar the Grouch and McGruber had a huge say in the the end of this race. And of course, we saw Alex Trebek, Postal Newman. That's not Paul Newman. that's Newman from Seinfeld. And Conan O'Brien got the DNFs there. But okay, that's it. I just finished editing and putting together the video and everything. And ended up being a pretty long video just because I had a lot to talk about. But we'll settle into something. I already have some ideas now that I've worked through editing and putting things together that I want to try out in the next race, which is going to be at Atlanta. And I'll put the points up and all that, and we're going to have fun. So congrats to Ron Guay, the owner of the Fleetwood Mac truck, for his first ever Daytona 200 victory. But I'll see you at Atlanta. Thanks for watching.